All right, today's lesson is on finding the percent of a number. So let's just remember that percent means per 100, means per 100. So if I just want to find a percent of a number, I want to find a part or a portion of that number, okay? So you have a notes page, so make sure you're following along and are pausing as you need to, all right? So there's two different ways. The first way is to set up a ratio. So we've been working with ratios, so you should not have a problem with this. So you're going to set up a ratio of what you know and then what you want to know. All right, so let's just do an example because I think it'll make it much easier if you have an example. So here's my example here. This is on your paper. Find 46% of 200. Well, first of all, you do know that 46% is about half, okay? So about half of 200 would be around 100. So you know kind of where your answer should be, all right? So here's how you set up your ratio. I know that 46% is just 46 out of 100, okay? So the first thing you're going to do, oh, forgot this. Up at the top, you have a square. I want you to write this up at the top. This is what your ratio is. Your ratio is going to be your percent over 100 equals is over of, okay? And that's going to make a little bit more sense in just a second, okay? So pause the video and put that in there. All right, so we're setting up our ratio. I know that 46% is just 46 out of 100. Equals, and then I have this is over of. So look back at your problem. Do you see that I gave you of 200? So of is on bottom here. So you're going to put your 200 here. So that's what you want to know. So now it's just a ratio. So how did I go from 100 to 200? I just multiplied by 2. So if I multiply the top by 2, I get 92. 92. So go back to your problem. 46% of 200 would be 92. That's my answer. Okay? All right, so let's go to the next page. We're going to do a couple together. So again, I have my percent over 100 equals is over of. You can always write that on the top. That's easy. Okay? All right, so find 42% of 50. So I have 42%. So the first thing I'm going to do is write that as a percent over 100. So 42% means 42 out of 100. Equals is over of. So I gave you the of 500, or sorry, 50. Okay, so now we just have an equal ratio. So how did I go from 100 to 50? I got smaller, so that means I'm dividing. So this time I am dividing by 2. So if I divide the top by 2, I get 21. So my answer is 21. Not 21 over 50, it's just 21. Okay. Next one, 84% of 25. So if I write my percent, 84 out of 100 is equivalent to something. I've got of 25, so 25 goes on bottom. How did I go from 100 to 25? I got smaller, so I must be dividing. So I'm dividing by 4. If I divide the top by 4, again, I get 21. Okay, so my answer is 21. All right, so here's a word problem. There are 17 boys in the class of 25, okay? What percent are boys? Okay, so this time I do not know my percent. I don't know the percent. So it's I don't know the percent over 100. I don't know that. Equals, and then what's my fraction? There are, or there is 24, or 17 boys out of 25, okay? So in this case, I'm going from here to here. How did I go from 25 to 100? I got bigger, so that means I must be multiplying. So I multiplied by 4. So then the top, I need to multiply 17 times 4, and I get 68. 68. So that would be that it was 68% are boys. Okay? Bonus, if 68% are boys, what percent would be girls? That would just be 100% minus the 68% gives me 32% girls. Okay? All right, so you've got a couple now I want you to try. So go ahead and work these problems out, pause the video, and come back when you have your answer. Just these 3. All right, check those out. Check your answers, 11, 2, and 16. Okay? All right, you've got 3 more. If you don't have room on your paper, you can do it on the back or another piece of scrap paper. So pause the video and come back when you have your answer. All right, check those answers. All right, now we've got the second method here. And the second method, so the first method only works if you have a number that can easily be simplified to 100 or that has a power of 100. But this second method always works, okay? So to find a percent of a number, you can turn the percent into a decimal. So you're going to move that decimal 2 places to the left and then multiply. That's all you have to do. So you can do that method with these too, but I just think with these, it makes easier sense to get it out of 100 if you can. All right, so let's turn this into a decimal. So I move it 2 places. If there's no decimal, it's at the end, so move it 2 places. So that becomes 0.56. So I'm just going to multiply those two numbers. You put whichever one has the most digits on top. So 345 times 0.56 and multiply. 30, camera 3, 20, and 25. Okay. All right, then I have 2 decimal places, so move it 2 places, 1, 2. So my answer is 193.2. Okay? All right. Okay, I've got 4 problems for you to do. Pause the video and come back when you have your answers. Okay? Pause the video. All right, so check your answers. Make sure your decimal is in the correct place. All right, so you are going to have some homework to work on. Make sure if you have any questions to let me know. Have a great day.